Hey Mike, Andy Taylor here and Jordan Matthews. We're the Red Rock Roofing. We're here at the AutoNation Collision Center. We're going to do a quick inspection video for the roof. So first thing I want to point out is that some of these gutters they're really old and getting rusted out like they are. Not something it's an immediate question, but with that much rust, it's just eroding every single day. So let me make my way up to the top part. This is a ballasted roof where it's got tar and then it's covered in small river rock and whatnot. So a lot of the times, unless you have immediate concerns where it's leaking and whatnot, it's almost impossible to move this stuff out of the way and find out where leaking is. So if you do have leaking on the inside where the ballasted part is, please let us know. So, I mean, walking up, we found all kinds of this where shingles are just missing and whatnot. One of my concerns in getting up onto the asphalt roof here was this pipe jack right here is definitely listing, and there are a whole bunch of these nail heads that have emerged from the surface and become very vulnerable penetration points. First thing an adjuster will look for in getting onto the roof to do a claim for insurance is called collateral damage, and that's signs and indicators to the soft metals that there has been a storm. Now, I know that this rain cap up here is pretty old, and most of the indentations on it are kind of small. There's bigger ones that are here, but that's what they're looking for. Once an adjuster verifies there's been a storm in the area, the next thing they're looking for is called spalding. Spalding is simply when hail strikes a shingle, dislodges granules to expose fiberglass undermatting. And that's what these marks that I'm showing you here look like. Now, the way that they classify this damage, though, is within a 10 by 10 foot square, one on each major slope. If you can find 6 to 10 of these marks, depending on the insurance company, then on paper, you gain the eligibility and a full replacement at insurance expense, of course, minus the deductible. Now, I've done corresponding spot checks across the whole roof, and there is a ton of hail up here. It just, a lot of it, most of it is already grayed out, as you can see, which tells me it's not from the previous storm on most of this. But I am a firm believer that if you don't take a shot with insurance, you never know if they're going to pay for it. This roof is definitely seeing its best days. For lack of a better term, it is shot complete and throughout. So I'm going to detail a few things like manufacturer defect, where you could see that 4 or 5 bundles of these shingles going all the way up had the same exact damage, and then you look here and it's not the same damage. There are a massive amount of shingles that are missing off of this front part of the roof, and it seems to be right above where any old repair was done, as this is a new shingle here, but then you can see the shingles right above it ripped off. And that's typically because whoever's doing the repair doesn't actually glue the top shingles down to it. The ridges are distraught up here. So this is showing underlayment under here, and this can wick water. With that small hole there, I wouldn't doubt if water is coming down here. If you haven't had leaking, it's a blessing. But thermal cracking up here due to so much non-ventilation, and almost every repair on this front side has this exact same thing where the shingles right above, again, these newer shingles right above it are ripping off. So same thing here, new shingle, it's ripping off. Same thing here, new shingles, and then it's ripping off right above it. This is exposed decking that's showing through here, and that's not the only one. I've got here on the ridge where the 2 pieces of OSB come together, you can see the decking that's exposed under there. This is bad. And then I thought this was one of the worser ones. Even though it's smaller than the other one, you can see that the wood itself has been taking sun for a while. The discoloration is imminent. Like it's for sure been wicking water for a long time in there. So the worst slope up here is obviously the front, with all of these shingles that are missing, and you can continue to do repairs, but I have a feeling that the same thing is going to continue to happen, where wherever you do a repair, the shingles above it are just going to rip off because they're old, brittle, and just losing granules daily. So I found hail on every single slope. And again, the way adjusters will classify this damage is within a 10 by 10 foot square, one on each major slope. If you can find 6 to 10, then you should qualify for that approval. But I really truly feel that this hail that's here is outside the last storm date that we have. Most insurance companies are only giving a year to be able to claim the hail that's there. So even more concern up here is that all the nail heads that are poking through these shingles, it just shows the age of the roof. Now these, when they start emerging from the surface like that, they become very vulnerable penetration points for water to get in and then migrate into other areas where you can't really even see where is the main problem on the roof. In my professional opinion, this thing needs to be replaced. Again, continue to do repairs and you'll continue to have the same issues, but I think that a new roof on this would definitely be key to even part equity of the building, which is probably paid off years ago. So we would love to help you out. Again, it's Andy and Jordan here with Red Rock Roofing, where we stand for greatness. Any questions that you have, please feel free to reach out to me. Anything you need at all with the roofing system, we would love to help out. We are A+ rated with the BBB, 0 negative reviews, and I know that we can definitely do a good service for you. So not much else to bring to your attention, but I'm going to go ahead and sign off.